Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our special council meeting of Monday, April 28, 2025. I will now call the meeting to order and read the territorial acknowledgement. We acknowledge that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Administrative and procedural issues, 2.1. The copy of today's agenda has been circulated prior to the meeting, and ask for a motion to approve the agenda as presented, unless there are any changes. Moved by Deputy Mayor Gould, seconded by Councillor O'Telling. That the agenda be approved as printed. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Contrary minded? Motion is carried. Thank you very much. I'll bring your attention to the conflict of interest reading there. The Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. Members are required to declare a conflict of interest prior to any discussion on the matter. 2.3, we have a number of public hearings this afternoon. Your agenda says 2.3.1, 2.3.2, et cetera, et cetera. We, in the essence of the fact that there's the homeowner, the property owner of 46 Church Street in Spring Hill is here, we're going to do that one first, and then we'll go back to the 2 Stowe Street one and move on from there, if that's okay with everyone. So I will now, the 2.3.2 is a demolition hearing for 46 Church Street, Spring Hill. I will now call the hearing to order, and I'll call on Director Alan Cole to identify the property, give background information and recommendations on behalf of the municipality. Go ahead, Mr. Cole.
Thank you, Your Worship. As a preliminary matter, Your Worship, a number of the councillors here have not been involved in demolition hearings before, so I thought it might be expedient just to do a very quick overview of Part 15 of the Municipal Government Act, which is the section of the Act that allows for the demolition hearings and sets out the procedures. Earlier today, I put a copy of the relevant sections in front of each of the councillors, or at each of the councillors' positions. So this is Part 15 of the Act, which is sections 344 to 350, and 345 is the section where council delegates its authority to the administrator, except for the ability or the authority to order demolitions. That's the only authority that council is not able to delegate to the administrator. So in section 346, if a property is dangerous or unsightly, council may order the condition remedied, and that remedy may include demolition of the property. Where demolition is ordered, subsection 3 of 346, 7 days notice must be given, and the notice can be served by either posting it on a conspicuous spot on the property or personally serving the owner of the property. Section 348, which is over the page, just clarifies that an order is an order of the administrator, any committee formed or council. And 348 sub 3 is where the owner fails to comply with an order, which in this case would be an order of council, in the time specified in the order, the administrator may enter the property and fulfill the terms of the order. One last section I'd like to highlight, Your Worship, is section 350, and this pertains to the situation we had recently in Parsboro. The only time that a demolition hearing before council is not required is if the administrator determines that there's an immediate danger, and that was the situation in Parsboro with the building on Main Street. So that's a quick overview of the terms or the sections of the Act that are relevant to us. So our first matter is 46 Church Street in Spring Hill. And the owner of that property, Mr. Day, is present and indicated that he would like to speak to council. I also understand from Mr. Day that he doesn't oppose the demolition of the building, but he wishes to speak to it. So a complaint was received in February of 2025 in relation to the state of the building, and the building was open to the elements, deteriorating. Public Works secured the building with plywood coverings of doors and windows, and upon the interior inspection prior to that happening, it was determined that the building was unsafe, required demolition, and so that's what brought us here today. There are photographs of the building attached to the RFD, Your Worship. Two exterior, one exterior, or two exterior, one interior photograph. The order being sought is that council order demolition of the building located at 46 Church Street within 30 days of signing the demolition order.
Thank you.
Happy to take,
Okay,
happy
so,
to take any questions, but Mr. Day, as indicated, does wish to speak to the matter.
okay, Mr. Day, before you start, I'll remind you that you have a 5-minute maximum on your comments. That's according to the rules provided to us for public hearings, so.
Should be lots.
Okay, go ahead, sir,
There's enough
and
press
welcome.
without you here, Your Honor.
Good.
Yeah, apparently, all this started on January the 1st, according to the document that you sent me in the mail. And that document came after the fact of the house being boarded up. I was not received a phone call, a letter, anything in the 3.5 months that apparently they were working on this, never let me know, just went and, well, criminally went on my property and boarded it up. No permission, private property. So that's done. I've never been opposed to the building coming down. I knew it was coming down when I bought it. But it's always just been on the back burner. So, Ray McCormick and Son, I've been talking to them for weeks, well, almost a month, and he's supposed to have gotten me some paperwork back, and that hasn't really, he was supposed to email it to me, hasn't happened yet. I've also been calling the fire department on a weekly basis, leaving my name and a message, of course my phone number, and because I thought they might want to use that as a training place because there's no houses on either side of it. And as far as an ugly building goes, it doesn't look any better with that plywood on it either. So I would ask that I can get this taken care of in a 60-day period. Because I don't know, I mean, I don't know people's schedules or whatnots, but anyhow, thank you, Your Honor.
So, I'll ask a question, just because I know everybody's in the room is sitting thinking the same thing. You're asking for 60 days to demolish it yourself and be rid of it?
Yes, it'll be done by, I'm assuming that it's going to be done by Ray McCormick and Son.
Okay, thank you, that's good. No, I just wanted to clarify that, so, to make sure that I understood.
Can I
I
sit
was
down
pretty sure
before-
I understood what you meant, but I wanted to make sure there was. so.
Your Honor, can I sit down before I fall down?
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, property owner, we've done. Any final comments to all of that, Mr. Cole?
Just to, Your Worship, under the Act, the administrator has the power to enter any property to secure the property without warrant or consent of the owner. The second,
Common courtesy.
the second item, Your Worship, is that the fire department will not burn a house down in the middle of Spring Hill.
Any other comments, Mr. Cole?
No, Your Worship.
Thank you very much. Council, final questions. Anybody have any? Councilor Strong, go
This
ahead.
is to the owner. Are you actually sure that the company that you've reached out to will be able to tear it down?
Yeah, I just watched them take one down 2 weeks ago.
But you're initiating it?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. I just wanted clarity. I wasn't sure if you had actually spoken to them to make sure that that was going to happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Okay, thank you.
It's gonna come down. And leveled out.
Any other questions from members of council? Seeing and hearing none, I will now close the hearing. So the recommended motion, I'll turn the page here, is the council order the We'll be good here? Yeah, okay. The council order the demolition of the building located at 46 Church Street, Spring Hill, Nova Scotia, within 30 days of signing the demolition order. If somebody would like to make that motion, please. And if no one, go ahead, Councilor Lockhart.
to give 60 days to give the,
Absolutely.
well, I'll be prepared to make that motion.
Okay, good, thank you. Okay, so we have a change to the motion to say 60 days from the date of signing. And we have it moved by Counselor Lockhart to make that change, seconded by Counselor Lee. You were ahead of Counselor McCormick, so we now have a seconder for that motion. So any questions or any comments or discussion on that motion? Counselor McCormick, go ahead.
Thank you, Worship. Once McCormick's is committed, can we please be notified that it's going to be done by the landowner?
Yes.
If not, I would like this brought back to council ASAP.
Yep, okay, perfect. Works for me. Everyone else, any other questions or comments?
We can certainly, through the administrator, advise council if, whether McCormick's, a contractor is going to perform the demolition and what the timeline is. And if the timeline is, more than 30 days, which is what the original order was, we'll certainly come back to council and speed things up.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those, Mr. Cole, go ahead.
Just to further clarify, Your Worship, if council's order is that the building be demolished within 60 days and it's not, then the act provides that the administrator may enter the property and carry out council's order with no further ado.
Okay, so, it's all good? Everybody's good? I'm getting the thumbs up from the property owner too, so everybody's in agreement by what I can see here now.
If I could,
Sure, sure, go
just
ahead.
for clarity, just for the property owner, and I missed your name, sir, I'm sorry.
Mr. Day.
Neil Day? Yeah, thank you. The act provides for the authority for the municipality to do that, but those costs are then, to be clear, are charged against the property and would be recovered through a tax sale or by your payment of those costs, just so we're crystal clear on the process. Okay, thank you, sir.
Awesome. Okay, so all those in favor of the amended motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Contrary minded? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Thank you very much, folks. Check that one off the list. And 2.3.1, demolition hearing for 2 South Street, Spring Hill. I will now call the meeting to order. Well, just wait a second here. Awesome. Thank you very much. I will now call the hearing to order and ask Director Cole to provide the property identification, any background information, and recommendations that he may have. Go ahead, sir.
This application is in relation to 2 South Street in Spring Hill. The complaint was received in March of this year by the RCMP. A copy of the letter from the RCMP is in council's package at page 7, which, among other things, states that the property is unsafe in their view, and so unsafe that members are cautioned not to go in the premises unless necessary. The photographs are from the exterior of the building, Your Worship, as we haven't been able to get in. So the complaint was received in relation to the state of the building and the property. At the time, the occupant had a fire inside the house in a burn barrel, and so there's no power or water to the location. As it indicates in the letter from the RCMP, it's a known residence for criminal activity and illegal drug use. The requested order is that the building be demolished within 30 days of the demolition order being issued, Your Worship.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Oh, sorry, Your Worship. I should indicate that the notice of hearing was posted on the premises on April 15th, and there has been communication with the owner by my staff, and they've indicated that they would like to try and clean up the property, but seem focused on the exterior, not the building itself.
Okay. Okey-dokey. So the owner obviously is not here today. We've received their comments. Any final comments on this?
No, your worship.
Council, any questions, comments? Council Redmond, go ahead.
Does the owner, is he the one that lives in the building? But somebody was in the building, but that's not the owner.
Yeah. Trespassers.
Good, thank you.
Any other questions or comments? I will now close the hearing. And did she have one? No. Recommended motion is that council order the demolition of the building located at 2 South Street, Spring Hill, Nova Scotia, within 30 days of signing the demolition order. If someone would like to move by Councilor McCormick and seconded by Councilor Lockhart. Any questions or comments or discussion on this one? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Contrary minded. Motion carried. Thank you very much. On to another one in 1 second here, since we get the page flipped over. This one is a demolition hearing for 3276 Highway 2, Parisbro. And I will now call the hearing to order and call on Director Alan Cole one more time to give us the property identification and any background and information and recommendations he may have. Go ahead, Director Cole.
Thank you, your worship. This application is in relation to 3276 Highway 2 in Parsboro. By way of background, there was a fire in the property in 2023. The property owner acquired a demolition permit to demolish the remnants of the fire-damaged building. That demolition permit has a 1-year lifespan, and it has since expired. And so the administrator is now asking for a demolition order to carry out what the owner failed to do when he applied for his own demolition permit. There are photographs of the building attached. Unfortunately, the primary fire damage is behind the bulldozer in the last photograph on page 16. But as I said, the owner himself has applied for a demolition permit.
Okay. And so any other comments or anything from the owner?
No,
Recently?
your worship. No, nothing recent.
And they're not here today, obviously.
They're not here today.
And do you have any final comments, Mr. Cole?
Just that the notice of hearing was posted on the building in accordance with the terms of the Municipal Government Act on April 15th. And we've heard nothing from the owner.
Okay, great. Any questions from council? Seeing none, I will now close the hearing. The recommended motion is that council order the demolition of the building located at 3276 Highway 2, Parisbro, Nova Scotia, within 30 days of signing the demolition order. If somebody would like to make that motion? Moved by Councilor Strong, seconded by Councilor Redmond. Any comments or discussion on this? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Contrary minded? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Thank you very much. One more. I'll call another, we gotta say where it's at first, hang on. Demolition hearing for 11890 Highway 2, Leamington. I'll now call the hearing to order and call on Director Alan Cole for the property identification, background information, and recommendations. Go ahead, Mr. Cole.
Thank you, your worship. As you indicated, your worship, this application is in relation to 11890 Highway 2 in Leamington. By way of background, in August of last year, a complaint was received in relation to the building and property. And that complaint was primarily in relation to the unsightly condition of the property. However, on January 15th, the Spring Hill Fire Department responded to a fire in the premises. And it turned out that
Al, we have to stop for a second, please, if you don't mind. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not notice this earlier today until I just looked at the pictures of this property. I am going to have to immediately declare a conflict of interest in this one and ask Deputy Mayor Gould to take over. I actually have this property for sale. I just didn't realize it till just now. I'm so sorry. So better to stop now than wait till later. So.
Agreed. Yep.
Yeah, sure.
So, Mr. Chair, the suggestion is that we let Director Cole start over again with his comments. The hearing has started. We'll let him continue with his comments and then follow through with the proceedings of the hearing.
I'll start from the top.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Chair. This is an application in relation to the property at 11890 Highway 2 in Leamington. Originally, it came to the administrator's attention through a complaint, unsightly premises complaint, in 2024, summer of 2024. In January of 2025, the Spring Hill Fire Department responded to a call at the premises regarding smoke coming out of the building. Upon arriving at the premises, they discovered that an occupant, who is not the owner, but an occupant who's related to the owner, had a wood-burning appliance in the premises burning with no chimney. And so the place was filling with smoke, and the fire department, in assessing the condition of the premises, ordered the occupant to vacate the premises. The bylaw enforcement department visited the property the following day and issued an order to vacate under the provisions of the Part 15 of the Municipal Government Act. And the property is in a serious state of disrepair. The photographs at page 22 are probably the most enlightening, showing the interior of the building. Originally, those were all one page. I'm not sure why all three ended up on one page. But the condition of the building, it's not habitable. It is not currently inhabited. And the requested motion is that council order the demolition of the building within 30 days of the demolition order being signed.
Okay,
Happy to
so
take any questions.
there's nobody here the owner's not here to speak? No.
Owner's not here. You were, Chair. The building was posted, the notice of hearing was posted on April 15th in accordance with the terms of the Municipal Government Act.
Okay. Any final comments from staff or from councilors? Hearing none, we'll close the hearing, and we'll look at the recommended motion is that council order the demolition of the building located at 11890 Highway 2, Leamington, Nova Scotia, within 30 days of signing the demolition order. Moved by Councillor Lockhart and second by Councillor Fromm. Any questions on the motion? Councillor Leet?
Not a question, just a comment. This is my first time taking part in this. I see the need for it, but I found it kind of tough to know that people were staying in these homes, even though they were unsafe. So I just want to acknowledge, how some people find themselves in some unfortunate situations. And it's not an easy thing for council to make these decisions. So, thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Lee. Any other questions? So we'll vote on the motion. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. And at this time, I'll allow the mayor to come back.
Thanks, Fred.
Okay, where were we? We're done here, done there. 3.1, business issues, village tax rates. Director Amy Hurdle, our Director of Finance, you now have the floor.
Thank you, Your Worship. This would have been a motion that typically gets done at the same time as the budget, but we didn't have confirmation yet about the village rates, so we figured we'd include it in this meeting. Basically, as background, the budget was approved on March 31st, as you all are aware, At the time of approval, we didn't receive confirmation. The municipality has received confirmation now from both village commissions that the rates will remain the same for the 25-26 fiscal year. So that's the village of Pugwash and the village of River Hibbert. And we would be looking for a motion to collect the taxes for the villages and remit them to their village commissions.
Right. Thank you very much. So the recommended motion is that the following village rates for the fiscal year ending March 31st, 2026 be billed and collected at the same time and in the same manner as municipal taxes. River Hibbert Village Commission, residential, 10 cents per hundred of assessment, commercial, 10 cents per hundred of assessment. Pugwash Village Commission, residential, 37 cents per hundred of assessment and 44 cents per 100 of assessment. If someone be so kind as to make the motion. Moved by Councilor O'Telling, seconded by Councilor Redmond. Any comments or discussion on any of this? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Contrary minded. Motion's carried. Thank you very much. If we could have a motion to adjourn, that would be great. Moved by Deputy Mayor Gould. We are now adjourned. Thank you very much.